And we continue reading. Right. Ezekiel 37, verse 13. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, saith Yahweh. Right, so right. So we are in those times right now when the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahweh is about to perform this miracle, right? Or rather, this prophecy that he has said that he will do. So now Ezekiel 37 verse 15. The word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick, and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these? And it's a damn shame because I couldn't bring the 12 tribe chat with me, you know. Then, anyway, let me just go back into it. And that's what the 12 tribe chart represents, right? The stick of Judah and his companions, right? Which is Benjamin and Levi, and the stick of Ephraim and his companion, which is, I'll start going through them right now. I don't want to flex my knowledge too much, but Simeon, Levi, Dan, Naphtali, Issachar, Zabulon, Asher, Manasseh, you know, um, Benjamin, and I can't remember all of them. Reuben, can't remember, I forgot Reuben. That's the first. I can't remember all of them right now. I already said God. Did I say God? And I should have probably counted it in my fingers. But anyway, that's Ephraim and his companions as well, because the Judah represents the southern kingdom, Ephraim represents the northern kingdom. That's how the dichotomy, of our people are, right? Because if you look at the old map of the land of Israel, right, you notice that you know that map is somehow, the old map of Israel is somehow I don't know how to put it, but basically, you had I don't know how to describe it. I can only just use an image. I don't know how to describe it. So now let's continue reading. Ezekiel 37 verse 18. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by this? And this is just the spirit right here. Precept upon precept, precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Because we started from Genesis 49 verse 1, and that's basically the breakdown of the 12 tribes chart. And now we've come all the way to here, Ezekiel the 37th chapter, which is, you know, talking about the significance of the 12 tribes chart. I know this is probably a course from the most side right now. So I keep out here without, the 12 tribe chart. And this is just to show our people, right? Because that's what we are. As the men of the Lord, we are guides, right? For our people, to give them this truth, to give them the understanding, to remind them, right? To educate them, right? Which is bring out that which was in them before. To bring back that understanding of their heritage, their nationality, to know who they truly are in the spirit and in the flesh as well, which are the Israelites, according to the scriptures, right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. So this is the book of Ezekiel 37, verse 19. Say unto them, Thus saith Adonai Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, showing right that Ephraim represents all the tribes of Israel, which is the northern kingdom, Samaria. Continue on. And will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. And the stick whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. Right? And that's why you have the 12 tribe chart. Yeah. No, Slovakia Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I read, Slovakia Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's why you have the 12 tribe chart, right? Because you know how people come together and try to understand what we're doing in this truth. Maybe we have the 12 tribe chart, we have the signs out there, how to show that this is what we are talking about. This is the reason why we go on the highways and byways to prophesy unto our people. Anyway, continue on. Ezekiel 37, verse 21. And say unto them, thus saith Adonai Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And there shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Right, and that's basically the point I wanted to get, but then it's still good, so I have to continue reading because I have to get all of this meat, because it's still good. Ezekiel 37 verse 23. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments, and observe my statutes and do them. And that is, what the Most High Yahweh has planned for our people. That's why the scriptures say that the plans for the Most High Yahweh for our people. Our plans. How do I put it? I know. Let's just get that. Let me just go to that precept. I don't want to butcher it. Let me just go to it. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. So I have to listen to a short word, Really messing up my ability to talk well. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And that is that expected end right there. That all of our people will be gathered together and will live safely in the land of Israel, right? In the land of our forefather, which is Israel, in the land of Jacob, our father, which is Israel. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back into that. Let's get back into it. Let me get to that precept. Well, this one is good. We were just talking about that. So, Isaiah 2 verse 1. The word Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And we are in those last days right now. So the establishment of the nation of Israel has already begun. The mountains of the nation of Israel is already being established. And we already understand that, the order of the house of Israel, which is the Most High Yahweh, our Lord Yahweh Shai, King David, okay, because we just read that in Ezekiel 37th chapter, right? The apostles, the 144,000, the 12 apostles, right? The 144,000 and the rest of the 1/3 and the 2/3 as well. That is the mountain of Yahweh's house. That's the order, right? The mountain that all the nations will flow onto. And when it says flow unto, let me just continue reading. Isaiah 2 verse 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. Right? And even in this time that we're in, it's difficult to imagine that. But you have the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians laying the law of the land. But you have the laws of the scriptures, the laws of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh being established as the laws that govern the whole earth, right? In this time, it's already difficult to imagine that the scriptures would be used as the laws of the world, you know? That creates shit up already. And as I was saying, the scriptures will be used as the law of the world, where all the nations and all the people that are on the earth will have to follow all the laws that are in the scriptures. And these laws would be words that I'm looking for, enforced by Jake, because right now you see our people, two-thirds of our people, the majority of our people are completely lawless, right? Because whatever wickedness that you can think of, whatever evil, anything deplorable, you have Jake heavily involved in it. But the time is coming when people will be made straight by the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, whether it's on this side or the next. I already know how it's going to be for those that aren't made straight, right? For the crooked of our people that aren't made straight on this side. So continuing on, Isaiah 2 verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall put their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Right. And when Israel comes into power, when our people enter the rulership, that's when you really have peace on earth, right? Because he said when we were talking about they have their right, like I was saying, because Esau, Edom, they have their peace talks, right? Their peace talks. You have to put that in air quotes because they don't really talk about peace, but rather it's just you know, Bible basically all these UN peace talks. Because what Esau Edom is looking for is war, conflict among the nations. That's why you see Israel and Hamas doing their thing. You see Russia and Ukraine doing their thing. You see Babylon the Great and everybody else, China, Russia, right, North Korea, doing their thing, and even Esau Edom, Babylon the Great, the UK, right? They are going into all these other nations, whether it's West African nations where Jake are, South American nations where Jake are, the Middle East with Ishmael, and they are just setting up civil wars, setting up terrorist groups, setting up coups, setting up corporate leaders to keep the people perpetually at the bottom, to keep the conflict going, so that they can reap the cheap labours, the cheap harvest. That's why you have this migration crisis in Babylon and the West. Because after Esau Edom spent decades destroying the nations, now the nations are running out to him for, you know, protection. But you see, that just shows you that majority of the earth are in that majority of the earth are under Esau Edom, majority of the earth are under Esau Edom's rulership and under their control. Because whenever you have a kingdom and the people are in peril, right? The people are poor, the crops aren't growing, nothing is doing well. What they go and do? They run to their rulers, they run to the gated castles and kingdoms of their rulers and start banging on the door in order to seek refuge. That's why a majority of these refugees always end up going to these Edomite Western nations, because at the end of the day, it is Esau Edom that is in rulership. Nobody ever thinks about being a refugee in Japan, right? Even though it's a first world country technically. Nobody ever thinks of being a refugee in Saudi Arabia or Dubai. It's going to Germany. It's going to France. going to the UK, going to Sweden, even going to Babylon the Great, right? You even have Chinese people all the way from China, right, traveling to South America and trying to get in through the border, you know. And that just shows you that it really is Esau Edomite in rulership right now, because now all that because nations are being put under, the nations are being destroyed by Esau Edom. So now they are trying to seek refuge in the land or in the king, in the castle of their kings, basically, which is Esau Edom, right? And our people are doing the same thing. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, instead of repenting and coming back to the Most High Yahweh, you are also, seeking refuge, right, with Esau Edom. And that's why the scriptures say, woe unto them that trust in the shadow of Egypt. Now, continuing on. I'm about to close out very soon, but let's just continue going. But we're still on it, we're still on it. Let me just finish up. Yeah. So, Isaiah 2, verse 5. O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of Yahweh. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. Their land is full of silver and gold, neither is there any end of their treasures. Their land is also full of horses, neither is there any end of their chariots. Right? This is talking about our people. In this current time that we're in, given to idol worship, right? Given to following all these other gods, other than the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai. And that's the state that people are in right now. But you know, pretty soon, man, the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai will come and deliver our people and set the earth aright, right? So that, yeah. Nah, it's just very. I don't know why my throat is weak. Uh, and let's read this again. It's the same thing as Isaiah 2 verse 2. You also see in Micah 4 verse 1. Micah 4 verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of Yahweh's house, of the house of Yahweh, shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. Right, so the mountain of the so okay, just give me a second, let me just pay my throat. I won't talk this much. I don't really talk this much. No, oh man. Anyway, as I was saying, let me just empower to it. As I was saying, as I was saying, the mountain of Yahweh's house will be established, right? Being the land and the nation of Israel. That means that, after at the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai, our kingdom will be fully established on the earth. Okay? And all the nations, that's the heathen, right, will come to us for the guidance, for the giving of the law, for and for knowledge as well. Hold on. Okay. Micah 4 verse 2. And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the Lord shall go forth of Zion, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. That's right, because that is the order that is supposed to be on the earth, where the nations will come to us for the guidance, and will come to us for the understanding, right? So this is the book of Deuteronomy 4, verse 5. Deuteronomy 4, verse 5. Okay. Behold, I have taught you statutes and commandments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. We shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Right? Because whenever you hear about the laws, the statutes, and the commandments from the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai, of course, you have the people that will mock, the scoffers and the mockers, but deep down in the back of their mind, right, it's always stressing them. It's always stressing these scoffers. Okay? And continuing on, Deuteronomy 4, verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who are the most high so nigh unto them, as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for? Right? Because that is how our people will be established. Because we have the most high Yahweh Basham Yahushai so nigh unto us that we can call upon him for all things, right? You know, we are his heritage and he is our power. Most high Yahweh Basham Yahushai. So with that, let me just end it right here. So with that, once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakodat, Wa Apad Babal, Shalom. So what Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai.